Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gonna win. If they take your loss, they gonna hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep Sixers. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to East Sleep Sixers. I am BG. I got my sister Jenny from the block with me. What up?
What is up?
Man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies tonight, but before we get into the Memphis Grizzlies, we have all come together in this meeting today to talk about the Sixers. So as we meet together on the Eat Sleep Sixers podcast, let us come to the conclusion of what is the problem. The meeting happened, Jen. Something that I've been asking for. Not saying I was asking for a meeting, but I think last show I said, who is the person in the locker room that's just going to say something? Say,
right.
Hey, I'm tired of this. Like, this losing is not us. And it finally happened.
Yeah, I definitely posted that I thought the Sixers needed a come to Jesus moment. And it happened. Kyle Lowry, being the veteran that he is, called the meeting. I think it was supposed to be a private meeting. Somehow this got, out into the universe. People talk. I don't know. Lou Will said it best. People get to gossiping, and it really probably isn't all as it's being made out to be. But there were some I don't know, some interesting things that came out of the meeting. So Maxey tells the big fella that he's late all the time, and that it's not good for team morale or the locker room or the coaches. What do you think about that?
I commend and take my hat off to Tyrese Maxey 1,000 times over for doing it. It takes a lot of fortitude for a guy who, don't get me wrong, Max is an all-star now, but Maxey's also a kid. Let's just call a spade a spade. And he, for one, knows that, you know what, this organization is built around Joel Embiid. So for him to have the heart to do that, it speaks volumes for me. It shows me that the future is bright, and our young guy does realize that the product that we're putting on the floor right now is not right. And I'm glad it was from him. Would I have liked to see other guys step up? Definitely. I mean, obviously we weren't in the meeting, so we haven't heard exactly what was said, except for that one thing. But it's good that our superstar can call out our all-world talent. I love that that happened. It wouldn't have been the same coming from anybody else. The last guy on the bench, it doesn't matter. Tyrese Maxey looking Joel in the face and saying what he think an issue with Joel Embiid is, I think that's huge for the team. I think it's huge for the team. And hopefully Joel is man enough to just take it and say, you know what? You're right, young fella. I appreciate you kicking me in the ass right now and telling me I got to get my stuff together. So I think it was good.
I agree with you, but before we get into this any farther, I just got a little alert on my phone. So I think you ought to tell the people about the starting lineup.
Oh, I got that. I got that alert while the song was going on. But to everybody's surprise, Kyle Lowry is not in the starting lineup, y'all. He's not playing tonight. I'm sorry to see the guy not in the starting lineup, but Tyrese Maxey is back.
Woo!
We are going to see Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain in the backcourt together in a starting role for the first time. We've been asking for this for the last about 7 or 8 days because of what we saw from that kid. And now we get to see it. It's time now. So I got a feeling, Jen, you're not going to be here for postgame, but I got a feeling postgame will be interesting one way or the other. Either
Oh, it will be
it's
one
gonna
way
look
or the other,
amazing, and everybody's gonna say, "I told you so," or it's gonna look bad, and
or
everybody's
else
like,
just
"I
gonna have
told you so."
more drama to talk about. But I
Let
think
me let
that,
me go. I'm sorry.
I'm
Hold up. Let me go over the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
starting lineup.
Okay.
I got a little excited about our backcourt. Like I said,
Oh,
Kyle is not.
McCain's starting?
Yes,
Mm.
Kyle and McCain. I mean, Tyrese Maxey and McCain are starting, along with Paul George, Caleb Martin, and Joel Embiid, which puts our bench. Seeing that starting lineup, it puts our bench in a better situation. It gives us Andre Drummond playing a normal amount of minutes that he should be. It gives Yabusele a normal amount of minutes. It gives Kelly Oubre his normal amount of minutes. So I think we maybe can judge the team today. Jen,
I hope so, but I
I
don't wanna
think we
see
can.
Doughton.
I think we can, but who I think it'll this is
It's
Memphis.
gonna be Doughton, you know it.
It's gonna be Dalton because he's been in the lineup. I think it should be Reggie Jackson, but Dalton's actually been playing. He actually been out there. Not saying he's been great, but he's been out there. So I can't see Nick Nurse just switching to Reggie Jackson today, but I hope he does. I really hope he
So
does.
too.
But
I
go ahead.
really do.
Give me
I
your
was
point
just gonna
about
say
the
that,
meeting.
I think it's great that, that Maxey talked directly to Joel, because Joel, whether he wants to be or not, is the leader of this team. You know, he's not really great. Zero leader on this team. He is the leader on this team. I mean, he has been around the longest. He is the veteran. He is the paid guy who's got a contract for the next 5 years with this team. So he should be the one. And it's like always been that way. As Embiid goes, so goes the Sixers. So it's really important that he gets in the right headspace. But I think it was also what came out of that meeting was interesting, was that the players want to be coached harder.
RJ, where are you? RJ. Apparently the players don't feel like they're being coached either, RJ. Hey, Fred G's in the building. What's up? What's up? What's
Hey,
up?
Fred.
Hey, real quick. No, I am in the process of editing Fred G's interview. And for those of you that don't know, Fred G's is the person who did our intro song. That voice that you hear is him. But I got an interview coming out on my podcast of him, his story, and everything about him. So please stay tuned for that. But go ahead.
I was just wanted your I wanted your input on the players wanting to be coached harder.
I mean, I don't want to say we, as if I've been saying it all year or anything like that. I'm not saying that Nick Nurse hasn't been doing his job since day one of the season. I haven't been saying that, but recently I have been reading into what RJ's been saying on here all the time. With a lot of people come in this chat, and I'm watching like, damn, what's the difference between him and Doc Rivers? His skin tone? That's it. There's no difference. And you know what's worse? When Doc Rivers had minimal lineups, we were winning games at least.
Right.
So we actually worse off. And I don't like it, man. And hopefully just that meeting overall was just a wake-up call for the team.
Yeah, I'm hoping message received and Nick Nurse gets, doing his thing. And then the last thing I want to talk about from that meeting was Joel saying that he doesn't know what they're trying to do out there on the court.
RJ, I need you today, dog. This is your stage right now to talk about how you feel like Nick Nurse might be
But
the
don't
problem.
most of us feel that way when we watch the games? We're like, what is he
just playing
trying to
basketball.
execute out there? He's just guys throwing the ball around.
They just playing basketball, it feels like at times. And I mean, now that a player has said it, and not only a player, but the player has said it. Nick Nurse, I'm just being honest with you. I personally don't think that you should be on a hot seat, but I know my city. And I know when it don't take long to get annoyed with a coach. Doug Peterson won a ring and we got rid of him like quickly after, like really quick after. You ain't won shit yet. So you got to get it together, Doc. Nick Nurse definitely has to get it together. I understand the woes of this roster as far as injuries, but 2-11 is unacceptable. 2-11 is unacceptable because
Teacher asked in the chat, he's asked if we are out on Embiid. And I don't know if y'all are talking about if he was talking about the chat, if they're out on Embiid, or asking specifically if you and I are out on Embiid. I am not out on Embiid. I think my guy's got some things going on he needs to deal with. Maybe see a little sports psychologist. But he'll turn it around. That being said, if we're talking about the keys to the game,
I'm glad you didn't make me answer.
what if you were you want to tell them if you're out on Embiid? You could
But
talk.
but the thing is, Jen, I'm not out on Embiid. But now I'm being more realistic about Embiid.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Perfect
I,
sense.
I've said it over and over again that we are kind of handcuffed to wherever he can take us. We are handcuffed to Embiid, to
And that's
whatever.
because the team was designed around him. So whether you like it or not, big fella, the team was designed around you. So without you doing your things, it's not going to work.
It's common sense to me, Jen. It's common sense to me. We're not asking the fourth best option to figure it out. We're just asking you to lead us. We built this for you to bring the best out of you. At times it looked bad. We put shooters that forgot how to shoot. We drafted a guy that forgot how to play basketball after he got in a BMX accident. Uh,
It's never been the same again.
we drafted a guy that refused to shoot the ball. We teased you and gave you Jimmy Butler for a minute. Kawhi broke our hearts. I get it. I get it, Joel Embiid. You've been through a lot here. So that's it. So because you've been through a lot, you just get to do whatever you want? No, man. They looked you on your face and let you sign a contract that had a really large number on it. A really large number. So you're going to have to just deal with the media and the fans and the negative publicity, because that's just what comes with being the best player in the world.
Yep.
Have you watched LeBron the last 21 years? Do you think everything's good, man? You keep on doing it. When you're losing, it's okay. When your body language is not right, it's okay. Oh, you could be late to meetings. You're Joel Embiid. Why do you need to be here early? Bro, you got to realize, dog, you're a franchise. Like, you're a franchise. Like, you got a CEO, you got the CFO, and they chose you to be basically the president of the company, the representation of Philadelphia on the basketball court. And you mad because we expect more out of you? I'm not out on Embiid, Jen, but I personally believe that Embiid is out on us.
I think Embiid is out on himself.
I think he's out on us.
Okay.
But yeah, we can get into the game, man. I'm sorry, that meeting was very important.
That was. And my key, just using a segue, is Joel Embiid. Because as I said at the beginning of the show, as Joel Embiid goes, so do the Sixers. So if he is out there with that body language that says, and he just is not into it and doesn't play hard and doesn't give any effort, then that's the way the rest of the team's going to play. So, Joel Embiid, let's see what you got, buddy.
I'm gonna agree with you. I don't like doing the same keys, but I'm gonna agree with you. The one thing I don't like, I've joked about this all year. I said, what's the difference between us and the Cowboys? What's the difference? Everything in the news is shit that got nothing to do with football. Change the narrative today, Embiid. Change the narrative. Now you got everybody talking about the fact that, oh, even the players think that you're the problem. You showing up late. Shut everybody up. The only way to shut everybody up is to be Joel Embiid. If you can't be Joel Embiid because of health, look Nick Nurse in the eyes and say, I can't do it.
Yeah, yes. They were talking about this. I don't know if it was today or not, but on NBA Today. We do have sun coming into our arena.
Remember I said, what's the difference between us and the Cowboys? And Milt said, we don't got sun coming. Smitty probably crying right now.
Freaking Milt. Before we get to our next segment, I want to talk about our next 10 games. Because that's been floating around a lot, right? Like, how many of the next 10 games can we win? Because it's not really a difficult schedule. I'll tell you who they are. Counting tonight, Memphis.
Mhm.
Memphis, Brooklyn, Clippers, Rockets, Pistons, Hornets, Magic, Magic, Bulls, Hornets.
What do you want from me?
I
You want
want
me to
you to
tell you?
tell me
You want
how
me to
many you
tell you that?
think.
You want me to tell you that I think we should be favored in the majority of those games? I think we should.
Uh-huh.
But I think that if the team that I've seen for the last 13 games go out in those games, we could easily lose because this is the same team that lost to the Detroit Pistons and let Tobias Harris come to Philadelphia and play well. He ain't played well in Philadelphia for 5 damn years. And all of a sudden, he could come to the city. He ain't do it in Detroit. He came to the city and shut us up. So if I'm a betting man right now, like if you was forcing me to pick these 10 games today, I'm not going to pick us to win more than 2. But
Wow.
if you let me see them today and see maybe they figured it out and I can pick every game one at a time, then I might change my tune. But if I go by the past, and you made me bet on all 10 games right now, I'd be scared to take more than 2 because I've seen this team go out there and look nasty. But today could be a new day because we got a different backcourt tonight. We got a
That's
different
right.
backcourt. It could be a different.
I am not going to pick out which ones, but I would guess we go 5-5.
Realistically, I'm sorry, Jen. I'm really going to look at it now. So realistically, everybody plays normal. They play up to par. So Memphis, I'm counting as a win. Brooklyn, I count as a win. Clippers, I'll count that one as a loss. Houston, I'll count as a win. Detroit, we got to get our payback. That's a win. Charlotte, we already beat them without our guys. That's a win. We'll split with Orlando. We'll beat Chicago. And then we got a 12-game break until we play Charlotte because we won't be in the play-in tournament. I mean, in
No,
the
no, we won't.
yeah, we won't be in that. So I'm actually glad we lost those. I know you weren't talking about the tournament, but I'm glad we lost our first 2 games because now it guarantees that we're gonna have a little bit of a break. A little break. It's not gonna be super long, but we'll get a little break when the actual tournament happens.
So when you look at it and you think about it more carefully, you're a little more optimistic.
3 losses. Clippers, split with Orlando, and I think we'll get a letdown against Chicago. Like I know we're better than Chicago, but that'll be one of them games that they just so happen to beat. So I got us losing 3 games in the next 10 if these guys pull it together.
If they
If,
pull it together, yeah, and it kind of then gives you a little bit of hope, but I'm not going to get there yet. Tonight, I feel is a big test because Memphis doesn't have their players. I know they're playing in Memphis. I know they're on the last night of a road trip, but they got everybody except Kyle Lowry healthy out there. So come on and show us what you got. Plus, after all that's been going on with the team, I just want to see them come out and really hustle.
where'd
You
it go?
know, I want to
Where'd
see
it
some
go?
hustle.
I just saw a comment. Hey, Danny, we lost to Orlando with Embiid in the lineup. Not only did we lose, we scored 86 points. That's why we could lose to the Clippers with Embiid in the lineup.
Oh
Like we
my
just
God,
lost to
no
Orlando
doubt.
like a couple days ago
We just
with
lost to
Embiid.
Miami after freaking being up 19.
We scored 86 and then 89. That's why the Clippers could, I'm not saying will, could beat us with Embiid in the lineup. That's all I'm saying. It could happen. It could. Oh man, we over the time. Hold on,
Oh,
man.
daggone.
And now, for BG's Over and Under.
Joel. Jenny made me change my over under mid show. She's
Uh-oh.
asking for the real you. She even made me ask for the real you by doubling down on her keys to the game by saying, look, Joel got to shut up everybody. He got to shut up everybody. So you know what? Shut him up. Joel Embiid, you go for your average tonight. Go, well, because your average only like 14 right now. Go for your normal average tonight. Joel Embiid, 33.5 points.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm throwing the number back up. I've been disrespecting him the last 3 games. I put it at 19 last game, Jen,
I
and he
know.
didn't get it.
And
Now,
he
just
didn't get
look,
it.
I'm throwing it back up there. I want him to show up, so show up. 33.5.
It would be so great if he went out there tonight and got that. They don't have Who do they have on their team, big wise?
Zach Edey,
And
Jaren
he's
Jackson,
injured.
Jaren Jackson.
Okay. Jared Jackson's it?
That's all I got for you. They got some no names. I won't call them no names, but they have lesser names as bigs, but nobody that to write home about. No, just Jaren Jackson and Zach Edey.
All right. I gotta take the under because I gotta be realistic. But I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
I'm going with the big over. The big over. I'm
I
going
hope
with the
you
big
are
over.
right.
Joel
hope
Embiid
you
has
are
the
right.
game tonight, man. He has to have the game tonight. I think it's just time, man. After watching that last game, I don't know if you watched post game, Jen. I was floored. I was speechless. I thought my computer was broken when I saw
Where
Joel
BG was all
Embiid.
sad by himself.
Joel Embiid shot 0 for 0 from the free throw line.
I know, no free throws. It's almost like that time when he played
That's
in
unheard of.
Toronto when he got actually 0 points. Remember that?
That's unheard of. The fact that Joel only did that is kind of scary to me. But on to the next over under, man. I hate to do back-to-back points, guys, but I gotta do back-to-back points, man. I gotta do back-to-back points. Last time Tyrese Maxey played against Memphis, Tyrese Maxey had 23 coming off of an injury. I don't know if that number is attainable. So does Maxey get into the 20s tonight? 19.5 for Tyrese Maxey.
Is he on a minutes restriction? I assume he probably is. I think coming back from injury, he might be a little sluggish, but I still think he can get 20. So I'm going over.
I'm gonna oddly take the under. Hear me out. I think he's gonna see if maybe he can play off of McCain. Remember now, we've all been saying Tyrese Maxey just isn't the right type of table setter. So maybe McCain's gonna have the ball a little bit more, and maybe McCain's gonna be scoring a little bit more than Maxey. So I'm gonna just take the under just for the night. Just for the night, Tyrese, get your legs back under you. You'll be back to normal anytime. All right, y'all. This was the game that we got destroyed on the board. One of the games we got destroyed on the board. 52-33. Yikes. 52-33. I think we have to rebound tonight. We did not have Joel Embiid that game. Leading rebounder was obviously Andre Drummond, and then we had a couple of guys with 4. But overall, the team just didn't rebound well. But with the big fella back and Andre Drummond playing his minutes off the bench where he belongs, Philadelphia 76ers 39.5 rebounds tonight. 39.5. Do they get to that 40?
I think so. I'm going to take the over. Gosh darn it, if they don't, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, I think we got to rebound. We got to rebound. I think we're more talented than this team, but they probably have more, hey, let's play hard guys on their team. Let's just be real. We usually don't ever win the rebound battle. We don't ever win the 50-50 battle. We don't ever win stuff like that. So, and they do. So we got to lock into that. Everything's not working offensively. We got to at least win the rebound battle. So I want us to win a rebound battle tonight. So I'm going to take the over as well.
I feel like, I don't know, I have an unrealistic amount of hope going into this game. There's absolutely nothing to be giving me this hope, but yet I have it. I don't know why. It's a sickness.
You fell victim to Vegas. You've been saying, like, y'all wasn't here earlier. Before we got on the camera, Jalen said, yo, Vegas got us winning. They just going to get it. Vegas. Bruh, we was up 19 last game.
But they still didn't pick us to win. Just gonna say.
Last game, dog. But I think this is a big game simply because I don't like getting swept by anybody. I know when we play Western Conference teams, it's only 2 times a year, but I just don't like somebody being able to say y'all ain't beat us this year at all.
And I can't believe that both games will be done so early.
And
in the season.
Crazy? You know what's crazy? So you know where I just moved to, right? So obviously I'm like, oh, perfect. I could go to the cheap ass Wizards games and sit right on the floor when the Sixers come. Do you know that the Sixers don't come to a conference opponent, a division opponent, until the end of March?
Wow. Well, maybe you'll get to actually see a good team by then, though. Listen, I had an offer of tickets for Friday night because guy was just like, I don't want to go.
And you turned them down. That's
But
crazy, dog. Who
well,
would have
my
thought?
daughter's having the surgery that day, but
Hold up.
I would have gone.
What is you talking about? Hold up. Milk. Where that comment go? I just seen it.
What?
Something about per somebody.
Perp
Oh, there it
Keith
goes.
Pompey?
Hey, Milk. If you gonna show up here late, don't play with me, man. You've been on this show and been at the show at the start of the show. You know I announced the damn starting lineup immediately at the beginning of the show. Don't be coming here saying, according to Keith Pompey, according to PG, Keith Pompey is correct about the starting lineup tonight. No, you know I'm just talking shit.
Oh,
Milk,
Donnie called you out, or Danny called you out, but you okay with the Clippers beating us twice? Ooh,
we lost to the Clippers already?
yes, we did.
Damn. I'm not okay with the Clippers beating us twice, Danny. And again, I didn't say we are going to lose. I simply said that we could, if I had, I want us to go 8-2. We already 11 games in a hole, but I want us to win every game. But I mean, I'm also a realist in saying that'll be the game I can see us slipping up. You ready to go bold?
I am ready to go bold.
Hey, Danny, just so you know, I'm putting your comments on the screen, so thank me too. Jenny ain't doing this shit. She pointed it out, but I could have just said, I don't see it, Jen. I put it up there because I love
it. Listen, you
good.
know my curse about every time I pick a bold, the opposite thing happens. So I try to pick something that I don't care about. And last time I picked Yabusele points, and he didn't play at all until the second half. So I'm going to say Jeff Doughton scores 25 points. That's my bold.
Man, what's wrong with you?
I don't want to mess up the team or jinx it.
Oh, that's what you can't like. So imagine jinxing something that's jinxed. Like you can't jinx.
You can't jinx.
You can't jinx. Like we jinxed. No, bold for me tonight. I'm going with 4 players in. I was about to say double figures. 4 players with over 20. Is that bold enough? I don't got to go 5, do I? Can I go 4?
You can go 4 players under 20.
And I'm picking them. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Where did Jen go? Like, I don't know what just happened. I'm going with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, not Paul George, Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre has a good game tonight. He comes off the bench and gives us a 20 ball off the bench. That's my bold for the night. I'm going with Kelly Oubre well, my bold was 4 players with 20, but Kelly Oubre is my wild card for that. 4 players with 20. And hopefully we can get this winning night. Don't forget, man, post game, be here. Win or lose, y'all know I'm going to be here. Win or lose, somebody going to be in front of this camera to talk about this game, man. Hopefully we can get this W. Don't forget, look up the top of the screen. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X. Let that sit for a second. Jenny is back. Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
I don't know what happened.
I was like, Jen left. So I gave my bowl. My bowl was 4 players with 20, and I picked the 4 players. I picked Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, and not Paul George. I said Kelly Oubre will be my wild card for that 20. Kelly Oubre is my wild card for that extra 20 for us.
Yeah, it was Milt. It was Milt's fault. Milt did it. Knocked me out. No, thanks, Milt. Appreciate it. Anyway,
go ahead.
Come on. Sixers basketball gods, we've been good. Please, we deserve this win.
When I knew that I didn't have to sit in front of a camera last game for post game, I did it anyway. I stuck with y'all. I showed y'all my loyalty. I showed y'all how much I love y'all. I showed y'all. If y'all wasn't watching, somebody gonna tell y'all. BG was up here damn near in tears because he hates that he loves y'all so much. I hate that I love y'all so much. But I'm riding till the wheels fall off. Get this W tonight, Philadelphia. Let's go Sixers. We'll see our post game. Anything left, Jen?
Let's go Sixers. I want to hear the song.
What song?
You know.
I don't even know what we play when we win. But we out of here, man. We'll see y'all post game. Peace.